right, so you're taking that big leap, huh? Diving into homeownership. That's huge. And while I bet you're already picturing backyard barbecues and picking out paint colors, we're going to deep dive into something a little less thrilling, but so important. Homeowners insurance.
Less thrilling, maybe, but definitely crucial.
Absolutely. And forget those boring insurance seminars, right? This isn't about paperwork. It's about getting that real peace of mind.
I like that. Unlocking peace of mind. That's what it's all about, protecting that piece of the American dream strategically.
Exactly. Speaking of strategically prepping for this, I was blown away by how much location, like your actual location, impacts your insurance costs. And we're not just talking zip codes here, but like hyper-local stuff.
Yeah.
For instance, did you know that sometimes being even just 1 mile closer to a fire hydrant could score you a 15% discount on those premiums?
Wild.
It really is. It highlights how these insurance companies, they assess risk, almost like forensic investigators. They use all this data, like how close you are to a fire station, the age of your plumbing system.
Even historical weather patterns, can you believe that? All to figure out how likely you are to file a claim.
So it's not just about the house itself. It's like this whole web of risk they're looking at.
It's fascinating, really. And this is where it gets really interesting. The age and construction of your house. That plays a huge role.
Okay.
Those older homes, charming as they are, often have, let's say, vintage plumbing and electrical systems, which are like red flags waving at the insurance company.
Yeah, makes sense. Higher chance of things going wrong. But that makes me wonder, what control do we even have in this whole thing?
More than you might think, actually. You can't change when your house was built, obviously. But even simple upgrades, like a really good security system or reinforcing your roof against wind damage,
Okay.
that can mean some pretty sweet discounts.
So it's not just about taking whatever quote they give you. You can negotiate, be strategic about it.
Absolutely.
Okay, so before we get into those strategies, let's back up to the application itself. Honestly, just thinking about wrangling all those documents makes me want a stiff drink.
I hear you. It can feel like climbing Mount paperwork. But hold off on the cocktails for now. The key, just like a good camping trip, is preparation. So before you even think about those applications, gather your essential documents. Saves you a lot of headaches later on.
Music to my ears. Okay, what's in this document survival kit we need?
First off, your home inspection report. This is like your home's autobiography for the insurance company, you know. Shows all its quirks, strengths, flaws, everything.
Right.
They'll pour over every detail from the foundation to the roof, so having it on hand is vital.
Knowledge is power. Okay, what else do we need prepped to wow those insurance gurus?
Details about your home's safety features are key.
Okay.
We're talking smoke detectors, burglar alarms, fire extinguishers. Hopefully you'll never have to use them, but
Right.
think of it as building your home's resume. You want to highlight how you're minimizing those risks.
Show them we're responsible homeowners, so I'm guessing any upgrades and renovations you've done, those come into play too.
Absolutely. Those new appliances, a new roof, they show you're invested in your home's value,
Right.
which often leads to more favorable premiums. It's about being a home investor, not just an owner.
Love that. So it's not just filling out forms, we're making a case for our home. This is way more strategic than I thought.
I told you. It's about that peace of mind. And speaking of strategy, we need to dig into the weeds of different policy types, because not all coverage is created equal, right? You've heard of those HO3s and HO5?
Yes, those always sounded like secret codes in the insurance world. Is there a decoder ring to figure out which one's right?
Think of it less like a secret code, more like choosing the right outfit.
Okay, I like that.
So the HO3, that's your standard, dependable outfit. Covers a wide range of perils. Fire, theft, vandalism, that sort of thing.
Okay, the solid, reliable option. But what about the HR5? Is that where things get fancy?
You could say that. The HO5, that's like the tailored suit of homeowners insurance. It's usually got broader coverage, might even cover things not specifically listed in the policy. You're talking open perils here versus the HO3's named perils.
Open perils. Sounds kind of risky. But I bet that comes with a bigger price tag, right?
You're right. HO5 often means higher premiums.
Yeah.
But it might be worth it depending on, how much risk you're comfortable with and how much your stuff is worth. And of course, for condo owners, we've got the HO6. That one's all about covering the inside of your unit and your personal belongings.
Okay, so it's about finding that balanced coverage that fits your life and, let's be real, your budget. But once you've locked in that perfect policy, are there any power moves we can make to really squeeze the most out of it?
Oh, absolutely. Remember those deductibles we talked about? That amount you pay out of pocket before your insurance kicks in?
Deductibles, right. They always seem kind of like a guessing game to me.
Think of it as a balancing act. A higher deductible usually means lower monthly premiums. Sounds good, right?
Music to my ears.
But, and here's the catch, you'll pay more up front if you got to file a claim.
Ah, so it's a trade-off. Like, how low can you go on those monthly payments without getting slammed if something bad happens?
Exactly. It's about your comfort zone. Can you handle a higher deductible if you need to? Or do you sleep better knowing you have a lower one, even if it costs a bit more up front?
Wow, I never looked at it that way. It's not just about the numbers, it's about making your insurance choices fit your whole financial plan. Okay, I'm taking notes.
What other insurance wisdom you got for me?
Let's talk bundling. Love a good bundle. If you're already getting homeowners insurance, see if you can package it with other things like your car insurance or even life insurance.
Right.
A lot of companies give discounts for that, and those savings add up.
Bundling, it's like the Costco of insurance. I love it. Okay, before we go too far down the discount rabbit hole, back to home security. You mentioned it earlier. I feel like this is where it gets really interesting. You're right. This is where being proactive pays off, literally. It's not just about protecting your things. It's about showing you're on top of things, which can mean lower premiums and a happy insurance agent.
Okay, so what kind of upgrades are we talking? Am I setting up laser beams and motion sensors like in the movies?
It doesn't have to be that intense. Just think layers of protection.
Okay.
A good security system is a fantastic start. Then add smoke detectors, maybe some heavy-duty locks on those doors.
Right.
And boom, you've just become way less risky.
Sending a message to the insurance folks, we're good here, nothing to see.
Exactly. And don't underestimate good old-fashioned home maintenance.
Oh, yeah.
A solid roof, updated electrical, even clean gutters. It all adds up to a safer home in their eyes.
It's like preventative care for your house. So hopefully all that means we'll never have to deal with filing a claim, but life happens. So walk us through those moments when something unexpected does happen.
First things first, don't panic. This is what you have insurance for. Now, put your detective hat on, because documentation is key.
Detective work, really? Like, should I dig out my fingerprint kit?
Maybe not quite that intense. But documenting everything is key. Take pictures from all angles, write down all the damage, and hang on to those receipts. Those are golden during a claim.
Got it. Document everything. Okay, what about actually calling the insurance company? Any tips for navigating that?
Don't wait to call. A lot of policies have deadlines for filing claims, so the sooner you report it, the better. And pro tip, have your policy number ready, a clear idea of what happened when, and a good summary of the damage.
So basically, be organized and know your stuff.
Exactly. And this might seem obvious, but keep track of everything when you talk to the insurance company. Names, dates, times, even just notes on what you discussed. It's about covering all your bases.
Good advice for dealing with any company, really. Keep that paper trail.
You got it. Okay, before we wrap up our deep dive on homeowners insurance, got to talk about a really common trap. Even smart homeowners fall into the set it and forget it.
Oh, I've been there. It's so easy to just put that policy away and forget about it, right? Out of sight, out of mind.
Right. But here's the thing. Life changes, and so does your insurance needs. You renovate your kitchen, your family grows, maybe you inherit your grandma's antique china, life happens.
So true.
And all that affects your insurance needs. That's why it's so important to look over your policy every year, around the time you renew it. Just like a checkup, make sure it still fits your life, your things, how much your house is worth now.
Like an annual reminder to stay on top of your insurance game. I like it.
Exactly. Being a homeowner, it's about more than just the house itself. It's about creating a space for your dreams, your values, how you see your future.
And the right insurance, it lets you actually enjoy all that because you know you're covered if life throws a curveball.
Perfectly said. So as you start this exciting new chapter, remember, your home story is just beginning. And with a bit of knowledge, a bit of prep, you can make sure it's a story full of, security, peace of mind, and tons of happy memories.
Love it. And on that note, we'll leave you with this. What will your home story be?